Welcome back to my Vision News. Another video with some new stories. First one is from Tigray. Tigray fighters are being issued demobilization cards. Disarmament, demobilization, reintegration process is ongoing. So far, so good, it seems. We have details for you. Secondly, viewers, Oromia, where a judge has been killed in East Valaga. Who is this judge? Who killed him? And who is in control of the area, the town where this incident happened? The town is on Amhara-Oromia border reportedly. And thirdly, viewers, Eritrea, where a Catholic bishop was arrested more than a month ago. Abone Fikrimarim Hagos, who arrived in Asmara from a foreign trip, and he was arrested at Asmara airport. Has he been released? Some unconfirmed reports are being shared about Abone Fikre Mariam Hagos. Firstly, viewers, Tigray, where a peace agreement is being implemented. Two main clauses of the peace agreement are disarmament of Tigray forces and withdrawal of all non-ENDF and foreign forces from Tigray. Disarmament seems to be progressing and reportedly Tigray fighters are being issued demobilization cards. We tried to get a picture of the sample of the card. We could not, but it is being confirmed that demobilization cards are being issued to Tigray fighters. The process is gradual. It started from disengagement, that ENDF and Tigray fighters disengaged. Then camps were established where Tigray fighters were gathered. Reorientation went on. They were briefed by their military commanders. And then reportedly surrendering of weapons started. Mostly heavy weapons, because so far Tigray forces are surrendering heavy weapons. Light arms are not being surrendered reportedly. If they are being surrendered, they're being surrendered to Tigray regional government. But heavy weapons are being surrendered to Ethiopian National Defense Force, ENDF, though no details are being shared. So Tigray fighters are being issued demobilization cards. And these Tigray fighters now will be adjusted. They'll be adjusted in regional and federal departments. The departments could be forces, civilian departments, but on both levels, these fighters will be adjusted. And they'll be given some amount of money too. Reportedly, US has pledged to support this demobilization program, which will cost several $100 million. Tigray fighters are, I think, more than 200,000 in number. Saad Khan, in an interview a few weeks ago, had said that 1 million fighters on all sides were fighting. Eritrean military, Ethiopian National Defense Force, regional forces, Tigray fighters. And he has said that Tigray fighters were around 1/4 of a million. It means that around 200,000, 250,000 Tigray fighters were fighting in the third round of fighting. They'll be given money as well. That is why this demobilization, reintegration campaign needs money. Ethiopia does not have this much money. So international partners will play their part. US still holds a very important position. US has the leverage to back or even to undermine this agreement. Reportedly, US has pledged financial support for this demobilization campaign, EU as well, but mainly US. US facilitated the deal, and now US is backing demobilization as well. Cards are being issued. So far, so good. Though Pretoria Agreement stated that all disarmament will be completed in 1 month, which is not possible. I think disarmament of heavy weapons will be completed in 1 month, and light arms will be given to regional forces of Tigray, which will be established in coming weeks or months in Tigray, but which would be smaller in number, like around 10 to 20,000. I think that is what Tigray is allowed to have in terms of a regional force. Secondly, viewers, Oromia, region of Ethiopia, where a judge has been killed reportedly. The incident happened in Kiremo, which is in East Valaga. Conflicting reports are being shared about who is behind the death of this judge. His name is Kefleo Gamida. He was working in Kiremo district as a judge. He was killed. Now, pro-OLA news sources are accusing Amhara militias that they entered Kiremo and they killed this judge. We have not seen any claims from the Amhara side as well, but obviously they would accuse OLA fighters. OLA fighters were seen in Kiremo 3 to 4 days ago. There is a video on that, I think. But judge's death is being confirmed. So in Valaga, it is difficult to say what is happening. Who is committing what? It's difficult to say because there are several players, government forces, OLA, government-backed militias, Fano fighters in border areas, Amhara regional militias, federal forces too, ENDF, federal police, and some other local groups too. That is why it is difficult to resolve this conflict through military means because different players have different interests. What is needed is a comprehensive dialogue involving all parties. Lastly, viewers, more than a month ago in Eritrea, a Catholic bishop was arrested. Abone Fikramarim Hagos returned to Eritrea from a foreign trip. He was arrested on Asmara airport reportedly. The man has been critical of Eritrean government, one of courageous voices in Eritrea. It's difficult in Eritrea to criticize the government, to speak for the rights of the people. It's very difficult. But he had the courage to speak. In his speeches, he used to criticize Eritrean government for their poor human rights record, for government forces' attacks on churches. He was arrested, but nothing was made public. No statement was issued by any department of Eritrean government. Then started protests. We saw a protest in the Vatican City. I covered it in a video. We saw some demonstrations in London and in US as well. People were demanding the release of Abune Fikramarim Hagos. Now, unconfirmed reports are being shared by some people who are close to Eritrean government that Abune Fikramarim Hagos has been released from prison. It's difficult to say if he has been released or not, but the sources are close to the government. No official statement from the government. We've been coming, I will try to update you more, but reportedly he has been released. International pressure was being exerted on Eritrea. Though he's lucky if he has been released because in Eritrea people are in prisons for more than 2 decades. Political prisoners, journalists, politicians, international human rights organizations have been calling for the release for decades, but nothing happened. So if Abune Fikramarim Hagos is out of prison, he is lucky that he is out of prison. Eritrean human rights record is one of the lowest in the world. Religious freedom is limited. Though Eritrea prides itself that all religious entities, all faiths, all denominations are allowed to practice religion freely, but some denominations, some sects are discouraged from building worship places, from worshipping in public. Yes, it happens. But Abu Nafikr Mariam Hagos has been released reportedly. I'll update you in coming videos. Thank you for watching.